Welcome back to another year of the Echidnut Anime Awards, the only anime awards you should care about. For the sake of keeping this video entertaining, I'm gonna go ahead and ban Jujutsu Kaisen from this entire competition. Kinda like how the Egyptian god cards can't be used in official tournaments, I just didn't want this video to turn into the Jujutsu Kaisen Awards. Best Couple. Alright, we've got a couple good nominees here, but the first thing I noticed is that Rentaro got nominated 3 separate times with 3 separate women, so I feel like he should get an award just for that. I'm surprised nobody from Oshinoko got nominated, but I'm also relieved because I might get in trouble if I tell you guys which girl I ship with Aqua. I think Rudius and Sylphie are a very cute couple, but on the other hand, Rudius wasn't even aware of her existence for like 95% of the season. Another cute couple is the like button and the subscribe button. And what do we do to cute couples? That's right, we hit them. Kyotaro and Anna's love for one another was powerful enough to change Kyotaro from a potential serial killer to a simp. He wanted to literally murder Anna at the start of this anime, but now he just wants to murder that ass. Because of her, he abandoned his murderous philosophy and started to realize what it means to live, which is basically the entire plot of Vinland Saga. Kyotaro went through more character development than Rudy's penis, and that's massively impressive. Not the penis, I meant the character development. Rudy's penis is neither massive nor is it impressive to anyone. Anime of the year is gonna be the last category of this video. Best sponsor is World of Warships. You know that game World of Tanks? Well, this game is like that game, except the tanks are warships and the world is still the world. From aircraft carriers to submarines, there's over 600 different ships to conquer the sea with, and new content gets released every month, which can be anything from new ship classes to collaborations with Azur Lane. Because what's a warship without a waifu? That's a quote from Winston Churchill, I believe. The 40+ unique maps just got a stunning graphical update that makes the water look even more realistic than actual water. Plus, the maps include dynamic weather, which can change the course of battle and force your fleet to strategize accordingly. Also, the game is available on console as well, and oh yeah, did I mention that it's free? There's also a massive player base, so I guess you could say people really worship this game. Download World of Warships right now with my link in the description below and use the promo code BRAVO during registration to get 500 doubloons, 1.5 million credits, 7 days of premium, and a free ship. Thank you again to World of Warships for sponsoring this video. Best OP. Just as every anime episode begins with an opening song, the Best Opening Award would have been the perfect way to start this video. And I don't know why I didn't do that. Anyway, everyone has their own unique taste in music, and every song is someone's favorite. However, in this instance, there is an objectively correct opinion to have. And that opinion is my opinion. Hell's Paradise had a pretty good opening, and so did The Eminence in Shadow and a lot of these other nominees. But Oshinoko had one of the greatest openings of all time. Normally, I treat anime openings the same as leg day, but not once have I ever skipped this one. The visuals pair perfectly with the music, and the song just objectively slaps. But the fact that Oshinoko is not the winner of this award is a testament to how incredible this opening truly was. Heavenly Delusion had the best opening of 2023, and that is simply the undeniable truth. It's an absolute banger individually, but the song also fits perfectly with the atmosphere and themes of the anime. It also hits harder after every episode you watch, and even listening to it now made me all nostalgic for an anime that was literally airing like a few months ago. It's just one of the best openings I've ever heard, and it definitely deserves this award. Best ED. I would just give this to Rudius, but ED actually means ending song, so Vinland Saga should probably win this award because, I'll be honest, Without Love was objectively the best ending song of 2023. But since these are my awards, I gotta stay true to my own personal preferences, even if most of you disagree with me. Sugar by Yuka is a song you've probably never heard of, yet something about it just slaps to me. My Tiny Senpai was just a random throwaway rom-com, but this ending song made it a certified hood classic. I know this might be kind of a weird pick, but it's a banger to me. Best Character Designs. This is another tough decision because there's a lot of good nominees here. I'm a bit confused as to why there's an empty space right here though. Do you guys see that? Did John Cena get nominated for this? I don't know, but remember when I said this would be a tough decision? Well, I fucking lied. This is the easiest decision of my entire life. Oshinoko wins Best Character Designs, and I'm not even gonna waste any time explaining why. Look at these characters. Look at their eyes. Just their eyes alone would have been enough to secure the win. Best Girl. Other than Anime of the Year, Best Girl is typically the most important award, and as you can see, this decision will be very hard for me, because I would probably smash every single one of the— Whoa, I take it back. I didn't see Anya there. Let's remove her from the premises. Okay, there we go. Now it's legal. All 3 waifus from Oshinoko got nominated for this award, and I'm not gonna tell you which one I shipped with Aqua, okay? We know I can't say that. It was his sister Ruby. Sylphie is another great character, but for 95% of the season, she was literally pretending to be a different character. So it doesn't feel fair to give her the Best Girl award when she wasn't even herself. Also, the girl I was originally gonna give this award to isn't even here. She must be feeding herself to a mimic again. But the winner of this award is actually a different character that didn't get nominated, and her name is Mao Mao from the Apothecary Diaries. Yep, that's right, I finally watched it. Mao Mao is one of those rare anime girls that doesn't get sexualized by the author, yet she's still better than the ones that do, because the sexiest thing anyone can do is to be passionate about something they love. So whenever Mao Mao gets to make a new medicine or drug, her happiness and excitement becomes contagious to the viewer. It's like when someone yawns and that makes you yawn by the distributive property. Mao Mao delivers those same feelings of joy to whoever's watching her. She's one of those characters who just deserves the world, and although I can't give that to her, I can give her this award. Best Boy. I thought it would be funny if I gave this to Tomo-chan, but according to some sources, she's actually not a boy. Thorfinn is obviously a top contender though, and he's been through a lot. War, slavery, torture, watching his own father die. He had a tough life, but that's nothing compared to my boy Rentaro. Rentaro has to date 100 women all at the same time to prevent them from dying, and he vows to love each and every one of them with the full capacity of his heart. Rudius took 12 episodes to get a hard-on, meanwhile Rentaro has to fuck hundreds of girls at the same time. That's gotta be the manliest shit I've ever heard, so the Best Man award goes to Rentaro. But remember, this award was for Best Boy. And there's only one character who fits that description. That's right. If you thought Mushoku Tensei wasn't gonna get some representation, then you must be new to my channel. Sylphie wins the Best Boy award because she was so good at acting like a boy that Rudius even questioned his sexuality. And that's okay. You know, I try to be inclusive on this channel, so if you don't think a woman can win the Best Boy award in 2024, well then I guess you're just a racist pedophile. Best Animation. The word anime is literally a short version of the word animation, so obviously this award holds grave importance, and as such, I should treat it with the utmost respect by thoroughly and carefully performing a deep analysis of each and every nominee. And the winner is Demon Slayer. Listen, I'd love to see the day where another anime outperforms Demon Slayer in the animation department, but that's just never gonna fucking happen. Demon Slayer is the gold standard of animation. You know it, I know it, even Joe Biden probably knows it, maybe. Love or hate this anime, anyone with eyes can see how superior its animation is. Best Visuals. This award is a lot more subjective than the last one because you can kind of quantify how good animation is, but Best Visuals is more along the lines of whatever makes your eyes the happiest. Thus, the winner of this award is obviously Zom 100. This anime was so pleasing to watch not only because it had Mikazuki, but also because of all the vibrant colors everywhere. They took the artistic liberty of changing blood from boring old red to every color in the pride flag, and it just looks amazing. Best Original Anime. For anyone who doesn't understand what original anime means, it's basically when a studio pulls an anime out of their ass. There's no manga, no light novel, no source material whatsoever, so the studio just makes it the fuck up and hopes for the best. Generally, these are pretty bad, and I'm guessing that's why I don't recognize half of them. Birdie Wing was pretty good, and so were these two. Magical Destroyers was fun for like the first couple episodes, but I'm giving this award to Buddy Daddies. I had a great time watching it, the comedy was funny, and I liked all the characters too. It was kinda like a more realistic rendition of Spy Family, like instead of the daughter having telepathic mind-reading powers, she has the power of not being potty trained. So she tends to shit herself on occasion, just like you and I did when we were kids. Good times, good times. Best Episode. is a category that I made up myself because it seems pretty important, and honestly, I don't know why Crunchyroll doesn't have it. All these nominees were handpicked by me, so there's probably a few others I missed, although if I forgot about them, then they probably weren't as memorable as the ones I remembered. Anyway, we've got the 2 Attack on Titan specials, and episodes 9, 22, and 23 of Vinland Saga, obviously. We've got episode 10 of Frieren, episode 9 of Mushoku Tensei, episodes 1 of Oshinoko and Zom 100, and last but not least, the winner of this award, Heavenly Delusion episode 8. This was the best individual episode of 2023, but I don't recommend watching it because it will make you depressed. The whole episode was structured like a movie, and it was just as beautiful as it was horrifying. It's the only episode of anything last year that actually caught me off guard by how good it was. If there was a second place for this award, I would probably give it to one of the Vinland Saga episodes, but honestly, it wasn't even close. Heavenly Delusion won this by a lot. Best Music. Everyone has their own unique taste in music, and we've got some pretty heavy hitters here. Vinland Saga, Kevin Penkin, Attack on Titan. There's a lot of good soundtracks here, but if you don't know who the winner of this award is, once again, you must be new here. Kenichiro Suehiro has done it again. The Eminence in Shadow was such an amazing anime, partly due to it having one of the best anime soundtracks ever, and certainly the best of the year 2023. He's composed some of the best anime soundtracks ever, and I can't wait to hear what he's cooking up for ReZero Season 3. And finally, we've arrived at the last and most important award, Anime of the Year. But wait, hold up, I just remembered like 15 other awards that I'm gonna do first. Best Fantasy. Frieren. Best Slice of Life. Mushoku Tensei, surprisingly. Best Comedy. 100 Girlfriends. Best Ecchi. 100 Girlfriends. Most Girlfriends. Rentaro from 100 Girlfriends. Best Ongoing Series. One Piece, probably, I don't know. I haven't verified this, but I think it's a pretty safe assumption. Best Redemption Arc. Rudy's Penis. Biggest Chad. Cliff Grimoire. Most Flashbacks. Tokyo Revengers. Gayest Anime. I'm in love with the villainess. Best Hentai. Alright, these are getting out of hand. Anime of the Year. Vinland Saga. Vinland Saga is one of the most beautiful anime I've ever seen, and I totally didn't expect that to be the case when I first started watching it. What began as a violent, badass Viking anime I could recommend to my friends turned into a more personal, deep, and beautiful masterpiece. Season 2 is a brilliant character drama about finding what it means to live, which was a complete 180 from the violence and brutality of Season 1. But it's clear that Season 2's message is what this story was really about all along. I felt guilty because sometimes I was secretly hoping that Thorfinn would revert back to his old ways and beat someone's ass again, but I knew deep down that that would ruin everything. And I'm glad he didn't. I'm happy he overcame his own instincts and escaped the darkness he was surrounded by for most of his life. I'm happy he grew to live up to his father's words that a true warrior doesn't need a sword. And most of all, I'm happy I got to experience this amazing anime. Also, can we just talk about the fucking balls it takes for an author to do this? Season 1, with all of its fight scenes and action and violence, got an amazing reception by the audience. And then the author was like, alright, bet, now let's fucking change everything. And it still worked. The balls it must require to take such a risk are inconceivably large, so I totally respect the author for doing that. Also, Vinland Saga made it here without a waifu, and that deserves some fucking credit. I know there's technically a couple women in the anime, but there was never a Rem or a Roxy. Vinland Saga made it to the top and maintained its popularity despite primarily being about big, sweaty, hairy men who bathe once a year. Let's be honest, I love Frieren, but if this guy was the main character, would the anime still be as popular as it is right now? If you disagree with any of my awards, I'm sorry for letting you down, but hey, at least I did better than Crunchyroll. Don't forget to download World of Warships with my link in this video's description and use the promo code BRAVO to get some free money, premium time, and a ship. Thank you everyone for watching. I've got some more videos coming out this month, so make sure you're subscribed. I'm out for now. Peace.